here. So welcome. Uh, it is very nice and refreshing to see you. I have a lot of students from other countries as well as India. My own students are here. And I'm very happy that we are starting a new Nusantra project. And this time we have done a new experiment or a new initiative that we are going to interact with students online, and these will be online classes. So this is a new dimension which is coming up at Nusantra, and a great effort by AIBPM. So just let me start. What I'm going to discuss today comes with all my experience. Whatever experience I have with here at Nusantra, we have participated almost 4 or 5 times in Nusantra, and we had more than 100 students who participated. And we have more than 50 research paper we have published from our institution, from our university with Nusantra. So we had an experience. So on that basis, I'm going to talk. I want everyone to listen to this carefully. Um, I want you to listen to what I'm talking very carefully. And if there is any problem, for example, if you want to ask me, you can just ask me. If you want that I should go slow, I should speak slow, so you can just tell me what to do. And please feel very free. We are just going to talk here, and we are going to discuss how to come up with the best possible results, best possible research papers, and best possible experiences. And there will be more lectures. Dr. Majid will be taking more lectures here. And we will be talking on specific topics also, like how to write a paper or how to do a case study. These things we are going to talk. Apart from this, obviously, you have your own mentors and research guides from your institutions who are supporting you through this process. So just let me share my presentation here. So I will. I hope this is visible. My presentation is visible. Okay, so what we are going to talk about is how to work in an international team. And what are the practical problems that our students have faced? Well, how AIBPM have students have faced? What are the practical problems? So I'm going to talk. So this is will be a very practical talk on how what kind of problems you can face. So let us start with this. Let me first ask a question. Okay, and I don't want my students to answer this. I want people, students from outside, not from my student. So what do you mean by Nusantra? Can someone tell me what is Nusantra? You can unmute yourself and tell me, or you can write in the chat and then tell me. So what is Nusantra? You see, it is very important because you are going to mention this in your biodatas, your CVs, your profile. You are going to mention this on your ResearchGate profiles, or anywhere you are mentioning your name and putting your research. So what is Nusantra? Okay, just let me see the chat box here also. Can anyone tell me what is Nusantra? Not my students, because I had discussed this yesterday. So they know. International Teamwork Project. Okay, very good. Uh, what else? Can you tell me the meaning of that word? What this word means? What this word means? Okay. So I think this here, it starts with a first task which you have to do. The first task which you have to do is to find out what this word means. Let me share, and I'll just give you a brief hint on what this is. You can Google it, and there is a Wikipedia article also uh, which will tell you what this Nusantra is. Just let me. Okay, so just let me share my screen here again. Okay, so this is so Nusantra. Nusantra, as Wikipedia says, the first thing which you will get is this definition. It's a Indonesian name for maritime Southeast Asia or parts of it. It's an old Javanese term which literally means outsider islands. So it's a extension of the country, and it's a cultural identity. So you are part of a cultural identity, and this you must remember what it is. Now, second question I want to ask, what is AIBPM? Can anyone tell me what is AIBPM? Here also I will look, you can go into the chat. Now, this question is also open to my students also, because this I have not discussed with them. So what do you mean by AIBPM? We are part of AIBPM. I am representing AIBPM right now. So what do you mean by AIBPM? Anyone? You can Google it in the meanwhile. Any answers? Any chat answers? Anything? Okay. So let me start here. Also, the second thing which you have to understand is that what AIBPM, because this we are part of it, it's an association. It's an association formed by academicians, teachers, government people, business owners, and the purpose here is to especially benefit academicians and students in management. And the full form here is the Association of International Business and Professional Management, based at Indonesia and operational in a lot of country. I'm speaking from India. Professor Majid here is from Kuwait. And there are other students also who are present here from different companies. So we promote professional management and business communication. We have our research journals, which are publishing quality research. We are organizing a lot of events. So AIBPM is instrumental in all these. So kindly go on the AIBPM website and visit that website and find out more about the website. And the homework which I'm giving you is you have to find out who's the president of AIBPM. Okay, so please do that. Now, third thing, what is Nusantra project? Okay, so just give me, I'll just give you a brief profile here. I'm just going to talk a brief about this, because you all either have received a PDF file which talks in detail about what Nusantra project is and its steps and how you have to take it forward. There are a lot of details there. And if you have not received it, just talk to your guide, from your university or from your institution. Just talk to them and they will let you know. So the main idea behind this project is to provide students from different universities, from different countries, to experience first-hand challenge and learn the best practices of being a business consultant. And this Nusantra project, students will collaborate and work in global virtual teams. And today we are going to talk about global virtual teams and what are the problems that you face when you work in a global virtual teams, and how you have to come out with those problems, and what my students have faced, what kind of problems they have faced. So you have to act as a consultant in a global virtual team. Now, let me just give you some background on virtual teams and what kind of virtual teams and how these virtual teams are working. I'm just giving you one data here, which is from 2001 to 2009. This is article which was published in Harvard Business Review. You will get this link when you will get this presentation you will get this presentation from the AIBPM website or from your Google Classrooms, which you are going to join. So I'll put it there. So you can read this article. This talks about how virtual teams have been working in the decade from 2001 to 2010. When virtual teams started working in 2001, only 20% of them were successful. In 2005, the percentage of successful virtual teams went up to 40%. So there are a lot of more virtual teams which were successful. And in around 2009, 2010, they had around 80-90% success rate of virtual teams, which was a good success rate. But suddenly, right now, if you see, and there's one more article which talks about virtualization of organizational life and digital transformation. And they have said that after this pandemic, which we all have faced, the growth of virtualization was very, very fast. And you all are aware that the schools were online, the colleges were online, the universities were online, the offices were online. So this is something which is going to stay, friends. You are all going to work in some or other virtual team. And if you are working in an international team, that is also where you are going to work in international global virtual teams. And you have to get used to it. You have to get used to it on how to work on virtual teams. What are the problems that you face in a virtual team? And this is a great opportunity. Nusantra is a great opportunity by AIBPM and from your institution who had participated in this to be a part of a global virtual team and first hand see what kind of problems are there and how to overcome those problems. This is a very important exercise and you have to be very careful and very serious about this. Now, just a quick explanation on what global virtual team is. And as I told you that you can just go through the profile, Nusantra profile, which you have got on your email. It's a PDF and just read it very carefully. Everything is there. But I'll just tell you what it is. So global virtual team is nothing but a group of individuals who work across boundaries. You will have friends who are sitting in some other country across geographies. They have different languages, different cultures, and they come together, linked successfully by technology, and agree on some common goal. Here, what at AIBPM, what we have given you is that you are going to act as a consultant, and ultimately you are going to write a great research paper. So Nusantra project is basically a client base. Why client base? Because we are doing something which is live. And this is what we are different. I'm just going to talk about it. It's a virtual collaboration projects which provides an opportunity to students to generate a business idea. So there will be a team of 3 to 5 students. And this, we hope that we will be able to finish this in 2 months. But at times it is 2 to 3 months that you will develop a research paper. And we hope that you are going to publish it. And there are a lot of, there are at least 5 or 6 research journals which AIBPM is publishing. And if your research paper is better quality, we can assure you a better publication also, all free of cost. This is will happen. Now, what are the main one more thing which I'll talk about? Then I'll come to, after this, I'll come to how virtual teams are working and what kind of problems are this. Because you have to be very clear that why you are here and what you want to achieve. Okay, why you are here and what you want to achieve, what you are going to get out of Nusantra project. Okay, so be very clear. First thing which you are going to get is learn about other cultures. It's very important to learn how, what is the cultural background, what kind of person your team member is, and then gain international networking. International networking has been really achievement with Nusantra and there have been a lot of stories which I have heard from my students and from other students also. One of the student from other country, he told me that when they visited Japan and they had done some project together, and the teammates came and greeted them, and they were host to them. So this will happen. You will have new friends across countries, and in all probabilities, maybe in future you are going to meet them or be friends with them for a longer period of time. So this is an international networking platform which you will have. Second is, it will encourage you to apply theory from a classroom practice, and that too in an international scenario, in an international setting. So this is something very important. Then your education, it will support education in developing countries, particularly Asia. We have been missing this part, the internationalization of our institutions, our degrees, we have been missing. So AIBPM is taking up this part, and you are going to get this exposure in international market. And what you are going to achieve after this. So what are our objectives here? What are our course objectives here? Is understand the basic theory in management, and how it is encountered in business today, providing an innovation and sensible business idea for the partner company. You see, you are working for a company, you are researching them, and you can come up with ideas also there, and develop your skills to apply in business management, and think constructively about management issues. The perspective and the way you think for management changes after Nusantra project, and this I have seen happening with my students also. And how Nusantra is different, I can tell you how Nusantra is different from any other live project, any other international project, is that it will provide you a real challenge, a real situation, a real international situation. It is not a simulation game. It is not a theoretical game. It is a real situation which you are going to face, and you are going to solve that. You are going to come up with a research paper or a case study. And second part, which makes Nusantra project different, is that your recognition. I myself, my institution, my university has published more than 50 papers. Okay, my students. And I can tell you, one of my student, I had checked the research gate few days back. It was 30,000 reads of the research paper. And there has been a lot of citations, reads of our research paper which have been published here. So this is a student recognition, and apart from this, obviously you are going to get a certificate of participation. Those things you can make a presentation which will be put on the YouTube channel of AIBPM. You can go on the AIBPM channel on YouTube. You can just search AIBPM and see there are a few presentations which students have made, video presentations of their research, and they have put. So I encourage you, every one of you, to make a video presentation when you end this, and this will add to your recognition. Now let us come to what we are here about. So this is all I have spoken about, what is the project and how it is different, and how it will help you in getting recognition, and so getting virtual teams right, and how it to work in an international team. Now, this is something very, very important. And what are the problems that students face? So let us start this. See, friends, I want to tell you that these teams are what? These teams are people. Okay, you are working with students, with your guide, with your teachers. So this whole team which you are part of comprises of people where you have your guide, you have your teacher, you have your colleagues, you have your friends from your own institute or from other institute, and this is what team is. Now, what you should look for here in this, and what are the problems, and how to come out with those problems. First is that please be clear and good in your communication skills. Communication skills, my friends, does not mean a language. It means that what you are trying to say is clearly communicated to the person whom you are telling this. So communication is very important. And mind you, although the official language of Nusantra is English, but English spoken in India is different. English spoken in, let's say, Indonesia is different, or English in Kuwait is different. So you have to be very clear and you have to understand this is a problem. You have to be very good in your communication. You have to be good in your emotional intelligence. Okay, you should control your emotions. You should be good in controlling your emotion. Emotional intelligence when you are working with team is very important. I have seen my students getting agitated, getting frustrated on very small issues when they work on Nusantra project. Okay, so there are a lot of practical problems because this is probably the first time that you are working on a virtual team, and that too an international team. So obviously you are going to face some problems, but be aware of those problems and try and find solutions. And very important, the third point here is that your ability to work independently. You see, you are working in a team, but your team members are different from at different locations. They are far away from you, living in a different time zone. So you are working independently. So you have to have the ability to work independently. And there will be some kind of confusion or chaotic state. And this every time happens. At every Nusantra project we face, and suddenly student will come up and tell me, "Sir, received. We have made the group, but we have not. I'm not receiving any responses." So there is at one point of time there will be some confusion and chaos that is going to happen. So you have to come out with that chaos. Okay, you have to find out. You have to see the reason. You have to see the logic, and you have to be very sensitive to other cultures. Okay, please be very sensitive because people are coming from different cultural backgrounds. They have different languages. They have different nationalities. So we are working as a team. So you have to understand. If some, for I'll give you an example of my student, one of my students. He was working with a girl from Colombia. Okay, and Colombia is a very far country. They have around 12 hours time difference from India. And the only thing what happened was that everyone has left that team. Why? Because no one wanted to work, and there was a lot of time difference. So there was a lot of chaos which was happening. And this student started working, and obviously he was getting up in the night to talk to the other girl, because when they had a day, we had a night in India. So these kind of situations, will you have to come up with the solutions, and you have to be sensitive to other person's culture. You have to be sensitive with other person's time zone and everything. There are at times pressures which students are facing. For example, there are times when your colleagues, which your friends in your team, they may be having an examination. Okay, so suddenly they will tell you that I have an examination today, I have to prepare, I have to, I'm not available today. So you have to be sensitive to those things, because ultimately you are also going through that. And encourage and coach each other. Encourage, you are a team member. Okay, so if someone has a problem, try and solve that problem. Okay, help others. This is very important in people. So guys, this is something which is very important. Now I'll come to the second point, which is now roles. I face a lot of time, I face this problem, which is called social loafing. Okay, what happens is one of the team members is putting less effort than others, and this usually happens a lot of time. It happens, and students will come to me or their own respective uh, uh, coaches and their guides, mentors. They go there and they say that, sir, this person from this country, from this institution is not working and is not responding or something. First of all, let me give you advice here. Please don't be that person when you are not responding or you are not putting the equal effort with your team member, because it gets a very bad impression on others, and it is a bad impression for your institution also. But understand, if that is happening, try and find out, is there a genuine reason for it? Generally what happens is, what I have seen, when this happens, the communication between the team is not proper. This is also one of the reasons. It is not that the other person is not wanting to work, but the communication at times is not proper. So what you have to do is, you have to keep your communication very inclusive. Now, what is inclusive communication? Inclusive communication is that you have to involve everyone, all the team members. Okay, this should not be, a communication should not be between two people or three people if the team is of five. It should be, if the team is of five, the communication should be between all five people. I'll just give you some background here, that when you make a virtual team, there are basically three levels in a virtual team. One is a group which is making strategies. One is an operational group who's carrying out the operations. I'll give you examples of also what how you will face. And third is some outer people who are connected for some purpose with your team. Generally, our teams at AIBPM and GVT teams are very small. It's 3 to 5 people. So what you are doing is all roles. You are a core team of 3 to 5 people who are doing a strategy also. You will decide that how we have to take this forward, and how to, which company to contact, and where to go, how to collect data, how to interpret data, how to put that data in a format which is given. The format is also given when you will open the Nusantra profile. You will get the format in which we are expecting the research papers. Even the smallest detail is given there. How many words you have to put where, and what is the process, what is the structure of the paper. That also you can go on the website of AIBPM journal and download what kind of is. And one suggestions which I'll give is, you have around 5 journals of AIBPM. Go on those journals. They are all open access journals. Download few research papers from there and read them. So those are research paper which have been done by students like you, and there's some very good quality research paper also. So just download and read and see what is happening. When you are doing a literature survey, when you are doing a literature review, just look at those papers also which have been already published in these journals. And obviously the steps which we have given is that you have to target a journal first. You should know that this is something where what kind of research we have, and we are going to put this in this journal, at least from that list of AIBPM journal. So that is what is strategy is about. You have to decide what company you are going to take, which country, from where you are going to take this company. Then what kind of research you are going to do, what journals you are targeting, where you are going to publish, what kind of case studies, what kind of data, what is the primary data, what is the secondary data. If you are collecting any secondary data, you'll have to visit. Now it's a COVID situation. There is a COVID protocol. In our project profile, we have also given details on how to visit a company in that COVID protocol. Just read that very carefully and take permissions wherever required from whatever authorities are needed. Then visit. Be very careful, be very safe when you are visiting with outside your premises. You can collect a lot of primary data also, secondary data also. Secondary data, you have to be very sure from where you are collecting. Students have done really good job in the previous projects in collecting secondary data. Then there will be someone from outside which will be there. For example, if there is a person from the company, you can connect to them virtually also, and to have data on your projects. So this can also be done. So that is the third kind of person who are there for some purpose, and they are there. So these three types of member, your two roles you yourself are doing: strategy you are making for the research, and how to execute it, and how to operations of it you have to do, and how you are going to collect data, how you are going to put that data in the form of a research paper. This is something very important which you have to do. Now let us come to one very important part of the virtual team here on this GBT, and this is trust. Friends, as I told you in the beginning, that you are all people. You have friends from other countries, from other culture, from other languages, who are part of your team, and you have to have trust with each other. If you don't have trust with each other, your team will not work, and ultimately your quality of research paper will not be what we are expecting. So you have to work together in a team. See, it's a hard work. Okay, we are going to check plagiarism, we are going to check your quality of research paper. We have given details on the project profile that on what things we are going to check your research paper. There will be a review of your research paper, which is going to be there. So you have to do a good work, and we don't have time. We have just 2 months to do it. So make a good team, develop a good trust with each other. Now, first thing, trust will start with respect and empathy. That is very important. As I told you, the example which I gave, uh, uh, where the student was having difficulty in time zone. There's the difference in time zone. You have to empathize with the other person. Okay, if someone has exams, someone has a test, uh, so you have to empathize with that person. Yes, because you also face those kind of problems. So, but your communication should be proper with everyone. And second thing, remember that the relationship building is an ongoing process. It is not that you have just met once or on the WhatsApp and you have just chatted and this is all. No, trust will develop over a period of time. Okay, it's an ongoing process till the end of your submitting your research papers on your Google Classrooms where you are going to submit. So this is an ongoing process. You have to keep working with each other, have respect for each other, have empathy for each other, have inclusive communication with each other, and keep doing this. No one should feel left out. No one should feel that I'm not being involved. Okay, and no one should also uh, feel that I will not work and the other person should work. No, this should not happen. And in fact, we take these things very seriously at AIBPM. And if we get those kind of reports. Uh, Third thing, which is very important, and I have seen this happening with students at Nusantra project, is students start facing a kind of isolation. Okay, isolation can creep in when people do not work together physically. Okay, so what happens is that, for example, you have put a message on your WhatsApp group. Okay, you have collected some data and you have put some message on, and you want feedback from your other team members, and suddenly there is no response. And then students come and tell me, sir, there is no response. What can I do? So I just tell them that, see, you have to be patient, you have to empathize, and you have to have respect. See, this happens. So don't let this happen in your team. Don't let your team members feel isolated, that no one is responding, someone is I'm putting efforts and someone. So if this happens, you will lose trust in your team. When you lose trust in your team, the results will not be as expected. The quality of results will go down, and obviously your learning will not be. So learn these things. Trust people, have respect for people, have empathy with people, keep on building your relationship. Okay, and don't let anyone feel isolated in your team. And this is one of the major problems which we have seen happening at Nusantra. Okay, now let us come to one more point here. See, and this is also something which is happening, like encouraging open dialogue. Okay, see, what happens is, you have, let's say, selected a company, and in fact there is a dialogue when you select a company also, from where to select, whether it should be from India, from Indonesia, from some other countries, where, and what kind of data is available. I'll give you, and we are going to talk on these topics separately in our classes, which we have scheduled, that how to take up a case study, how what is a good case study, and what how to do a good case study. These are all going to be separate topics. But what I can tell you is, like, take something which interests you, take something which people are interested in. If you go on the ResearchGate profiles of our students who have done Nusantra projects, and they have put up their research on some platform like ResearchGate or Google Scholar, or you will find those. And if you find the interest, the reads, the downloads, you will find that these are the papers where a lot of people are interested in Starbucks, people are interested in Coke, people are interested in multinational and transnational companies. So be clear that people will also be interested in what we are doing, what my team is doing, and this interests us also. So this will happen when you have an open dialogue, when you discuss these things with your team. And first thing which you have to do to have an open dialogue is establish trust, have respect for each other, have empathy for each other. Then dialogue foundation is of a very successful teamwork. So if you have a trust, if you have trust in your team, no, I have got a very good team from different countries, and these are all, and I'm also putting my best, they are also putting their best, and we are going to come up with something very good. And be frank to each other. Okay, one way is, this is by modeling a caring criticism. You see, now this is a very sensitive point which I am going to talk right now. You see, what happens is, when you are having an open dialogue, when you are discussing a point, there may be chances that you do not agree with the other person's point of view. There can be a chance where you don't agree to someone's point of view. Now, how to deal with that? This is a very sensitive issue, because this may result in a greater trust in the team or break the trust. So now here I have given a word called caring criticism. Now, what is caring criticism? Okay, just understand this. You may use these phrases when you want to suggest something. Just say that I might suggest this. Give it as your suggestion to the other person. Okay, or ask them to think about this. Why don't you think about this also? For example, if let's say there is a dimension on which you want to research on a company or want to make a case study on a company. Now you feel that uh, uh, this is something which is important in this company and we should research and make a case study on this aspect, and others are not looking at that point of view. Just tell them that my suggestion here is that we should be doing this. What do you think if we look at this dimension of this organization? Okay, so if you do this, other person, the other team members will look at it from a very positive point of view. And this is where a team building will start. Rather than if you say, no, 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 I don't agree to this, this is wrong. Now, this is where you are creating walls. You are creating walls. And this is not how a team works. And especially a virtual team, a global virtual team where people are not together, people have come from different backgrounds, different languages, different nationalities. So this is not how it should be done. Secondly, this may happen from the other way around also. For example, you are suggesting something and the other person is not agreeing to that suggestion or has a different point of view. That is where you are receiving a feedback. First, thank that person. When that person gives you a feedback, why don't you look at this also? Thank that person. Thank you for your suggestion. This is a nice suggestion, I suppose. But let us look at this suggestion and then start discussing the suggestion. Okay. And then maybe you will agree to a few points. Maybe you will not agree to that point. But this is where your emotional intelligence, your maturity, your seriousness, your trust will develop. And this is what we want you to learn in these global virtual teams. Now, one more aspect of this is clarifying goals and guidelines. This is something very, very important for you. And I think you should be doing this from very first moment when you join the team. Your team members and you should be clear with what you want to achieve. You see, goals are something which we have given you at AIBPM. We have told you that we are going to publish a research paper. You have to come up with quality research, and we have given you a lot of details on how to write and how many words and what is the breakup of the research paper and other things we have given and how we are going to judge. We have given that. But you have to be very clear what your team is going to do, how those goals are, what you want to achieve, and what are the guidelines for my own team, how we are working together. So how to do this? Here, you have to establish a common purpose or a vision of your team. First, you have to agree with each other that we are going to have a very good output of this work which we are going to do. We are going to have a very good research paper which will be praised, which will be liked by my friends, my teachers, my institution, and for other, because it is going on a research journal. A lot of people will be reading those research papers. And your team members, you have to understand their individual needs and ambitions. Now, what is individual needs? Individual needs is how they are working. Maybe they are working on something else also right now, because you all are doing your management programs, MBAs. So there may be sometimes there may be an individual ambition, there may be an individual need which you are doing. Okay. And secondly, explain to everyone why you are coming together and what are the benefits that will result, and keep reiterating this message. Keep telling your team, see, we have to do a good work. Once we do a good work, we will get a good recognition out of it. And this will stay with you for your life. Remember, friends, this research paper will stay there for your life It will be always there in that research journal where you have published it. So it is going to be there. So be very, very effective. Publish a good research. Then set your own guidelines for your team interactions. These are very, very important and vital. There may be a problem in language. There may be a problem in time zone. There can be different problems which people have. Based on that problem, just have specifically guidelines. These are something which you have to decide, that how you are going to face this problem. When are you going to meet? When are you going to respond to people? What kind of data is collected? How will you review it? How will you see that the data which we have collected is right or wrong? This is something which you have to do. And this is where I have seen students having problems. Students have problem when they are not clear with their own goals and guidelines. And suddenly what happens is, for example, although we try at AIBPM, we try to keep students from different universities and from different institutions. But at some point of time, it has happened also that there were, for example, in 5, there were 2 people from the same institution or the same university, and the other people are feeling left out. They're saying that they are doing their own work. And so these kind of things will happen if you have not set your guidelines, how you are going to work very clearly in your team. It is going to happen. There will be problems between among you if you do not have clear goals. Unless everyone realizes that we have to come up with a quality output, we have to come up with a quality research. So that is something very, very important. Second thing in goals and guidelines, agree on how quickly team members should respond to queries and requests from one another. Outline follow-up steps if someone is slow to act. Now, this is, you must decide with your team. For example, if someone is putting something in the group, in your chat group, on your chat box, if someone is putting something, then everyone should know that if someone is putting, then you have to respond. You have to respond in this period of time. You can decide that, okay, we will take 1 day to respond. So anyone is putting something, the response will come, or maybe 6 hours, or maybe 3 hours, whatever it is, it's on you. And secondly, you have to decide if there's no response, then what we are going to do. Okay, no response, does this mean that you agree to it or you don't agree to it? So this you have to decide. So, okay, we'll say that if you don't respond, I will understand that you have agreed to it. But you have to decide this before. You have to decide this as a guideline. Otherwise, it will going to create a lot of problems among you. And this something is happening. Then virtual teammates often find themselves saying, I thought it was obvious. Okay, I don't think I needed to spell that out. So, okay, so this will happen. So once, for example, there is a person now in your team, he's saying, why you have done this? Why? So someone says, this is very obvious. This is how it is done. Maybe that person has experience in doing a research or something like this, or he knows that company well or something. No, please don't assume things that something is obvious to other person. Okay, so this is where your guideline should be clear, that if you are doing something, if you are assuming something, if you have a logic, you should explain this to your teammate. Okay, so this is also what I want is that you should insist other people's also that they should be specific, and you should also be specific when you are putting something in your team, when you are suggesting something in your team. And one very, very important thing which I have seen happening is virtual collaboration. You need to be mentally present and engaged. Mentally present. You just don't have to be there on the WhatsApp. and receiving messages. No, you have to be in the discussion. You have to be mentally there. You have to see the logic which the other person is giving, the explanation which the other person is giving. So this is something very, very important. Now, last few things which I'm going to discuss here is, now what are the critical stages in your Nusantra project which you are going to face? One is your kickoff. Okay, see, this has already happened. There are a lot of teams which are already made. There are few students who are going to join. So this is something which you are doing right now. Now, this is a very critical and important stage here. Okay, here you have to develop whatever I have told in my lecture today. You have to develop trust, you have to be empathize with other people, you have to be setting expectation for trust. Okay, and clarifying team goals. You have to be very clear with team goals and behavioral guidelines. This is also very clear. For example, do you want your team members to chat one-on-one, or you want them to chat in the group only? Make a guideline that no, we are not going to do the DMs or the direct messagings to other person. Okay, so this will depend on how you are going to do. Then onboarding, when you come together, and milestones. Milestones are, we have given milestones that at what date, what you have to do. Be clear with those milestones. Those are very critical things. And few last things which I will come to now, just 2 slide more. I'll do it very quickly because I have very less time now. So the right technology. Generally, what we are doing right now is we are using Google Classrooms. We are using Google Docs. You can also use Google Sheets, WhatsApp. So be very clear on what you are using, because there may be some students who are not aware of that. They are using some other platform, or they are not used to. So be very clear on what platform you are going to use. Be very clear what kind of text messaging you will do, what kind of discussion rooms, what kind of shared sheets you are doing. Okay, if you are very clear, you will cut off a lot of unnecessary work. And keep one suggestion here, which is very important: keep all activities open and searchable. Okay, so if you have put something, someone has missed, that person can go back and see what is there. So just keep your chat on your WhatsApp, don't delete it. Just keep your things which are there on your Google Sheets and this. And last thing, few things which you should keep in mind. Okay, and problems again. What are the challenges which generally feel? Lack of alertness, spontaneity. Okay, a lot of time people are not responding. Please don't do this. Okay, be very quick and responding. Ill-defined and poor communication. You are saying something and communicated role, and someone is not aware that what that person has to do. Their responsibilities should be clear. Very clearly, you have to put what the team member is responsible for. Overall, reliance on few members. This is something very wrong. Everyone should be doing equally, and this we have seen that. Uh, uh, Everyone should be putting their best, contributing equally in the work which you are doing. And then there are certain cross cultural misunderstandings. Please understand this. Please be aware of your cross cultural team which is there. And then communication and misunderstandings. Communication should be clear, because if the communication is not clear, you may have misunderstanding. So this is all I have. I will just quickly revise what I have done here and what I have told you, so that you are clear with what we have done here. So I started with, you should know what Nusantra word means. You should be clear with the organization AIBPM, what AIBPM, and go to the website and find out. Read the Nusantra project profile very carefully, 2-3 times before you start the project, and there these things will be very clear. Then be clear on what you are expected to do, what are the timelines, what are the dates. This is something very clear. Then good communication, be very sensitive to people, their language, their culture, their time zone. Everyone should be putting equal effort. This is very important. Develop trust with each other. This is what I have told you. This is very important here. And have an open dialogue. But open dialogue does not mean that you are going to fight. You should be very polite, diplomatic when you are putting your point. When someone else is putting their point, you have to be very open-minded. You have to see what is there, and have certain goals and guidelines of your group, and then just keep the deadlines and milestones in mind. So this is all I have, friends, here. Now, if anyone of you have any question or you want to ask anything, you are most welcome. I think we have less time here. So any questions or anything which you want to ask, or anything which you want to say here, you can put it on your chat. You can also unmute if it is possible. Anyone? I hope this will give some value, and I'm going to meet you again. So one more lecture I have. So please be prepared with all your questions or any doubts if you have. I'll be open. We are all open. And in fact, one thing which I can tell you, that AIBPM is a very supportive organization. Okay, so if you just tell them and they respond very quickly. But what I will suggest you, just if you have a problem or if you are facing an issue, contact your guides from your university or from your institution. Contact them. Okay, and this is all. Best of luck to everyone. And thank you for listening. Thanks, everyone. My director, Professor Monica Gupta, was here. I think Dr. Majid is here. Thank you all. I don't know who else is Professor Lim here. I don't know. But thanks everyone. Thanks for giving this opportunity.
Okay. Thank you very much, Dr. Rudras Pandey. And before we end this session, I would like to ask all of you to turn your camera on so I can take your picture. Okay, please, everyone turn the camera on. Okay. Okay, now the first page. The second page. And now the last page. Okay. I will share the attendance form on the chat room, and each of you need to fill it as it is a part of your grade. Also, thank you very much, Dr. Rudras Pandey and Professor Masdi. Also, thank you to all of you, the students, for being here. And this is the end of the online course. I would like to say thank you to all of you on behalf of the AIBPM. I'll see you again on the next course on August 19th, 2021. Thank you, everyone, and have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.